Yo. Trizzy J, what's good with it, man?
What's happening, my boy? DeeBoogie.
Yes, sir. So for the people that don't know, I know I just shouted you out, man. Who we got in the building today?
The one and only Trizzy J, aka the Sangster.
Yes, sir. Okay, the Sangster. Well, we're gonna get to that.
Yes,
So,
sir.
first and foremost, man, I like to give people their flowers before we even dive deep, because I feel like that's something that a lot of us, not necessarily saying we look for it, but you know, you want to get your credit. You want to know that what you put in work and doing is being respected, or that people see it. So, I just want to always, first and foremost, say, bro, I'll see the work you putting in. I see what you got on that hat right there. I love branding, and just we'll get into that too. But just seeing another brother out there getting to it and pushing towards his dreams. So first and foremost, much respect.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. So. We're gonna get straight to it, man. What kind of music did you grow up listening to, man?
The boy came up in the choir singing gospel music.
Okay.
That was freshly. And then R&B, a lot of Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
That was my guy back in the day, for sure.
Word.
But primarily
okay.
gospel though.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. Shout out to it. Honestly, I just got back into the church like a lot more heavier, man. That's respect. A lot of people don't really give homage to where they might started.
It's the roots right there in the church choir.
Facts. And I kind of asked that to just kind of jump us to the next question, man, of just like your experiences of your influences. Like, how did that kind of transfer over to the music that you create today?
It put me in a more like soulful space, kind of understanding like the actual art and the craft behind it. So like, back then compared to now, R&B, like what they sung about and how they sung it was completely different from how it is nowadays. Mm-hmm. It's like now when I write my music, I try to like stay relative, but in a sense, give it the same kind of style like back in the day, as far as like message-wise and delivery, with singing and everything. So,
So would you say that delivery kind of goes to that soulful thing that you was kind of talking about earlier? Because I low-key can, I can hear that too, like, not even just necessarily young music, but like back then, I feel like that was, one, it had a message back then, and you could feel it.
It was how they delivered it, like it's completely different, like when you listen to R&B song back then compared to now, it's like a different feel.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to blend both of them, so that's kind of like what I be doing, blending both.
Facts. Okay. Now that's what's up. So, growing up in the choir and things like that, have you ever made a gospel song, or?
That made something close to it. That was actually my very first song called The Message. I put it out probably on SoundCloud like back in 2014, 2015.
Okay.
I wanted to re-release it honestly though, because like back then it was kind of different where I ain't know everything as far as like distribution and how to get it on all platforms and stuff. So like now that I know that, I might just re-release it. Because it touched a lot of people back then too, so now it might be a good time to
kind of touch back on.
Yeah, rebrand it.
Okay, kind of just step away from the music. We're gonna get back there. I know you just brought up something that really kind of caught my attention. I went to school for marketing, but like distribution, you said SoundCloud back then versus, we got Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. Do you still put music out on SoundCloud, or are you on the bigger platforms now?
Primarily it's on all platforms, but I'm trying to like figure out a balance between dropping it on SoundCloud too though, because like some songs I don't think they should be put on all platforms. So they might be a trial and error thing I just have to go through with. I might actually do it coming up in the month on my next release just to see how it goes. Nowadays people want to have it like accessible. Yeah. That's why it's good to put it on all platforms too though, but I might try that and put it on SoundCloud again though.
I'm glad you mentioned that too, just because like off the strength of like I've really been studying music that's on all platforms versus like, back then you had the SoundCloud, the Spin Rilla, Dat Piff, Live Mixtapes era. And I feel like And a lot of people, let me not jump to ahead, but it's like you can kind of get away with putting more things on those platforms because you might not have to buy the lease from the producer, things like that. But like, what's your take on mixtapes versus albums? Or like, do you think it's a difference between the two?
I say probably more so, yeah. Mixtapes are pretty much like a collective project somebody put together like real quick of a lot of songs that they ain't trying to really put no marketing behind. I mean, they are, but not to an extent.
Yeah.
Like, albums are more well thought out, as far as like investment wise.
Right.
Somebody that drop a mixtape, not put too much money into like the mixing and mastering just to have something out like sound wise, but when you putting it on all these major platforms, you want to make sure it's up to par with other songs that been released.
Facts. Yeah, Con, man, hey, you taking my brain over here, man. We talking mixing, mastering, so much more things, but let me jump to first. Before I go to the next, what's your unreleased vault looking like?
Crazy.
Come on now.
I ain't even gonna hold you, it's crazy. Like a lot of hip hop, R&B, church gospel, as you could say.
Mm-hmm.
It's a blend of everything, really, like tracks for the women, tracks for the, the fellas, for the streets, just weekend vibes. I got a lot of stuff, is in the cut though. I'm trying to get it out really, so I'm starting to drop single by single before I put out a big project.
I respect that too, bro, because like one thing I've been trying to tell all the guys that I work with is like, bro, if you got so much unreleased track, like you said, even that song you put, the message track, back then, it might not have, got the proper traction that it needed, but like it could still be hit in today's time. So it's like, imagine, like, do you think, like, if you put a number to it, like I ain't even gonna, I feel like I respect your grind because I've seen how you work in the studio. But like, bro, I feel like you really could set yourself up about 5 years ahead in music as far as your release. If you even like go back and recreate certain vibes, things like that. Has that been something, I know you kind of touched on it, but has that been something that you considered or you think about doing?
Yeah, I actually have. Like, man, I lost a flash drive, man. As a matter of fact, it might have been that Kick Fest. I think I lost a flash drive. No, it was somewhere after that though, before that. 1 or 2, I lost a flash drive back then, man. It had everything up there, like all my ideas, to songs I've already recorded. And it had my files and stuff from the studio. I lost it. I'm still trying to figure out how to get it back, but that's probably down the drain.
Man.
But I still got like ideas and some of the, the notes and stuff from me writing it. So I can just recreate them on something new now.
That's the one said.
I done lost a lot.
Let's go.
Not getting no flash drives, man, from them shows, but be like crazy. That's why when they say bring them and you got to do that, it's like I'd rather just email us that way. Ain't gotta do that, but.
And then for next time too, I just have about 4 or 5 of them things just in case.
Yeah, I learned quick.
Yeah,
I learned quick.
And honestly, I'm not gonna say maybe they just ain't give it back, but I feel like folks be stealing sauce today. Like, oh, bro, they might not give you your flowers in person, but I got Trizzy flash job. I'll keep that in the tub. You feel me? And then
I can't put my hand on where it's at though. I just got my Kick Fest one back like a month ago. Honestly.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Kicks Fest, too, that was the first time I think I kind of spotted you, like put a face to the name. And honestly, might have been both. But how was that experience?
Yeah, that was it was different, man. It was definitely dope. A bigger stage, a different feel. It was put together though. And I like that experience. And it was my first time performing outside, so it was definitely different.
Word?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, kind of even just speaking on that performance and just like performing in general, like what's the energy on stage like, or like how was it something that you was looking for, or just not even just Kicks Fest, but like what's your approach when you hit the stage and give it to your people? Are you giving it all to the people, or are you just pulling up on unreleased tracks, seeing that they're gonna rock out with it? What's that process like for you?
It kind of depends. Like normally what I do is before I actually perform, I see where it's at, location wise. Mm-hmm. Like if it's something locally, I ask everybody like what y'all want to hear me perform, and they'll tell me, because nowadays I walk out different from what the songs I'm performing. Like I just walk out like kind of like serenade the crowd and sing a cappella without the beats and stuff. So I'll let them pretty much decide when they're gonna hear me perform, and I might throw like another unreleased track out there just to see like crowd control, see how they rock with it.
Okay.
That's how I do it though.
So from that Kicks Fest, you know, that was 2021, I believe. How did things open? Did any other doors open up from that performing at that stage?
I'm gonna say yeah. It was a good learning experience. So like, I definitely gained some more supporters because we kind of turned up out there. So like in the con, we did turn up out there. So like, based off of that one performance, we got a few more followers, you know, and which is the biggest thing each time you perform is to get new people to hear and see what you got going on.
Right.
As far as like outside of that, everything was straight. We got some good looks out of that for sure.
Facts. That's hey, we all again too. One man's in the back. Fatherhood, man. We're gonna jump into fatherhood, man. How is it being a father and, you know, balancing a musical career?
The dopest thing on earth, man.
Okay.
For real. It definitely changed us a lot for what I got going on. I put it on pause for a little while to get situated with them after they was born, but after I got everything in motion and got a routine going, it was like, all right, now we back at it, trying to go back up.
Facts. And even like I said, I respect that. I feel like a lot of people won't. People, I'm leading towards your most latest release, but I feel like a lot of people are scared to kind of show the process and talk about the failures that come with it, or not even necessarily just failures, but the lessons that they have to take on that journey. So like, has that been something that you've always been comfortable sharing, or you just growing as a man and a father kind of just make you be like, you know what, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, whatever?
I'm real like self-reserved, man. So like now I'm opening up a little bit more. Like the last project I dropped called Trizzy, I kind of opened up about my personal life on that. So they gave me the avenue that people was really rocking with it. So like now with the new drop I just released, July 4th, Trial and Tribulation, it was like I was going through something these past 6 months. I was like, let me go on and write this and put it, you know, behind a beat or something so they can actually hear it. And now I'm more open to doing that, expressing what I got going on, because people learn from it.
Yeah.
So as long as one person picks them up from it, that's all that matters to me, each time. Really.
You just said a major gem that I feel like if all y'all artists that's watching, whoever watching, that's something that, feel me, if you can just inspire one, I feel like that's
major.
Yeah, for sure. But even Trials and Tribulations, though, I listened to that track. Honestly, when I first saw the snippet, I just listened to the snippet, and then today I listened to it again twice, and I was really listening to the content. I was listening to the mix, things like that. Was that something that you recorded at yourself?
Yeah, I recorded it myself, but my engineer, he did the work behind it.
Working it?
Put it together, yeah.
I know you said you recorded it yourself, but like, were you in your own setting at home?
Yeah, my own space, yeah. I built my own studio.
Oh, no, that's what's up, man. So like, I've heard other artists kind of mention how, like, you know, those that take that route of, you know, recording themselves and honestly saving money. But
Yeah,
like,
it's a lot of money.
would you say that you're more comfortable recording at home than at the studio? Like a outside studio?
Now, really, it's more of a convenience kind of thing. Like, before when I was building the studio, it was pretty much just so I could have, like, easier access to it. So that way, if the studio overbooked, I could just record it at the crib and then my engineer just send it to him, make it easier.
Nice.
Like I said, I'm always working though, so that's when I had my downtime with my boys. I was building the studio up. So I wasn't able to record, so I was just doing that, putting time into that. But like now, it just depends on the vibe. If I'm recording by myself, I do that at the crib. Like if I want to have like that energy, you know, so I go to the studio so I can have a few people pull up and catch a vibe or something like that.
Yeah, nice. I remember, man, I think it was 2021 too. We put up in Oak City, feel me? That was the first time I kind of carved off you in the studio. You and Max had. I feel like was that an unreleased track that y'all had from back in the day that y'all just kind of touched up, or?
Nah, we actually had another song we had did some years ago. But that one was kind of like newer. He had sent it to me. I was like, yo, bro, I want you on this.
Okay.
So he sent it to me. I looked it over. I was like, all right, we're just locking the session on there.
Yeah.
Locked it in. I pulled up and got it done.
Shout out to Max too, because he really spoke definitely highly of you.
That's my dog, for sure.
But how long have you been doing the music?
Recording wise, man, like getting into it, I'd say probably since 2014.
Okay.
I ain't start like really getting serious and understanding the investment with like the sound wise and studio stuff to probably like 2000 and so 16. So ever since then I've been recording in studios and doing it that route. Actually learning as I go. So you know, probably like 2014, 2015, something like that.
Facts. Hey bro, you definitely came in there and actually my boy I love you, but he smoked you that day. He came in.
And he was supposed to be on Trials and Tribulations. He turned it down.
Man, what? Let me guess. Bro told you he said, "Nah, bro, you took it." He probably said you killed the verse.
Yeah, he was like, bro, was like, I called him. I'm like, yo, bro, I got something for you, man. He was like, what's up? I'm about to send it to you right now. Nonsense. When you check it out, get back with me because he be on the road, so we be chopping him up. So he called me back. He was like, I can put something to it. A couple weeks later, I recorded it, and I'm like, what's up? He like, bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm like, what's up, man? He was like, I don't even want to get on that. And I'm like, huh? He was like, bro, I feel like, you know, so you did what you supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? You handle business on your own, so like, I don't want to get up there and kind of like, you know, change the vibe. Like, nah, push that and we work on something else, you know? So I like how it is right now.
That's respect.
I was like, come on, man. He was like, nah, bro. Like, I respect it, dude. So Max my guy, though, for sure.
Yeah, that's
number love for bro.
We going, man. I be trying to. that man. I feel like I would love to hear that just because I know how like hearing your track. I'm gonna say this too though. Hearing that Trials and Tribulations track, it's not that I didn't think you were capable of that, but Max is one of the first artists that, because I met Max coming back to the city. I met him through a mutual friend at the studio, not the city, it was another studio, but when I heard Max music, I was like, yo, Brett talking like real life. I don't really hear like fantasies or like.
It's every day.
You know, so like, I heard that from you even more in that Trials and Tribulations too, and that made me respect you 10 times more. Like, nah, bruh. I feel like he get the right back and the right push behind him. You know, I feel like you could do something.
For sure.
You know, and so
that's why I wanted him up there. I'm like, bruh, his what's the project he put out before? Text Me a Prayer. I listened to that thing probably like every week. The whole thing.
Text Me a Prayer.
Huh?
Which one? They Don't Deserve Me or Text Me a Prayer?
Nah, Text Me a Prayer.
Okay, Text Me a
like,
Prayer.
For
okay.
real, like that whole joint, you know what I'm saying? No skips, bro. I be telling him all the time, like, gang, that is it. You know what I'm saying?
So okay, man, you mentioning that, bro. Honestly, we be having talks all the time, but that was like the first project that I really like. I sat behind, bro, and even though of course he knocked all the songs out, he write all his music. That was like, I think his first time in like a studio recording a whole album, you know, and we be kind of going back and forth. Should we take it down? Should we not? But you saying no skips?
No skips, bro.
That's
and that's highly speaking for me. Like I don't even really be listening to too many, guys like that. But like no skips.
No skips,
bro.
Yeah.
I could just put any one of the things. If I'm feeling some kind of way, play that joint. He gonna speak something in each song. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna talk.
The message. Oh yeah.
No, we definitely. Y'all want to see Trizzy and Max? Come on, hey. No.
Tell Max, come on, man. That's my. We definitely got something in the cut though. We got a couple joints we're working on though, man. So we gonna get it done.
Facts, bro. I see that NBL right there. It's looking sweet, bro. Kind of talk to me about that, man.
Yeah, that's the brand, man. Nothing but love, NBL.
Okay.
I said now I just came up with the core motto for it, which is to lead, demonstrate, and inspire equality in all hearts across the world. So what that means is, the one thing that's going to change everything globally is, love.
Yeah.
Leading with love and being that message that we're trying to bring. Pushing that is like the most important thing to me, because now it's something that I can push for myself. My kids can wear it, and no matter what age you are, what race, everybody, we get love from everybody. So that's something big.
Trying to push for that equality now. That's what's up, man. The world definitely need that, especially with all this going on.
Yeah.
Is that like your label too? Are you like independent? Like, is that gonna be just like for apparel, or is that like that's the brand?
That's the brand. We actually I'm working on getting it pushed towards like an entertainment kind of thing. So it's gonna be a brand, a larger entity. So we'll do everything, as far as like hosting our own events, having the clothing and the merch going with it, but we're gonna definitely push it as hard as we can.
Yeah, definitely. That's my type of slang too. We definitely can. Bro, I'm here to help partner, here to help assist, be a sponsor. I'm all for pushing. I love minority businesses, man, not just black people in a sense, but kind of like you said, people that come from not just even low income areas, but people that feel like they never had that chance or just had that voice to be able to push something. Like, that's my view of minority, you feel me? And I feel like, again, like, we can wear Gucci, Louis,
for sure.
Jordan shoes. I got J's, you feel me? All these other brands, but like, we're not really gonna start creating our own. You know, so that's
how it is. Like, nowadays you don't really catch me in nothing else outside of my brand. Like, I slip up or something, but for the most part, every time you see me out, it's always NBL. There's a couple other brands that's locally that I rock with too, but.
Now, did you ever go through a my bad to cut you off, but did you ever go through a phase where you was like, you ever doubted the whole NBL, or like ever since you kind of got that vision, you've been like 10 toes with it?
I've been 10 toes with everything. Like, I ain't never doubted nothing I be doing right at all. Everything I be pushing is like, it's well thought out before I actually do it. So I try to calculate the moves beforehand. So like, it took me a little while to come up with the actual logo, you know what I'm saying, the label, I mean the name and everything, before I just started pushing it, because I wanted, again, to be something that was important, that could be vital to the community. So now I ain't never doubted at all. Been 10 toes with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm running.
You brought up another dope point too. You say the name Trizzy J. How did you come up with that name, Trizzy J?
For a while, you know what I'm saying, before I had to kind of like rebrand myself. So like, before everybody was calling me Trey J from like high school back, you know, so up to now, they even still call me that. And then people started calling me Trizzy, you know what I'm saying? And it was like a blend between the both. So that's why I was like, let me drop a project, you know. So I did that whole Trizzy thing.
Okay, now
it was gonna be like a versus kind of thing, like a Trey J versus Trizzy. And I was like, you know what? This Trizzy J gonna stick, you know what I'm saying? So now when I be recording and you hear that Trizzy, it's like, you know what time it is. So I rebranded and been pushing there ever since. And it's been doing it doing.
That's fire, bro. And I can see that too, just because I think that's what my dog Max told me. I think it was Trey J, but then I think when I started checking into, no, actually when you started, matter of fact, hold on, let me go back. Man, you was going crazy with the videos, bro. Take me back through the catalogs. I feel like I seen, and shout out to Trips too. I ain't sure Brushman Love yet, but I think it might have been. I think it was a song that you and Trips put out and that kind of kick-started it. Was that Champion?
Oh yeah, it started up this year, yeah, Champion, yeah.
When did that drop?
We dropped that back in January this year.
Okay.
Yeah, January this year, yeah.
Yeah, so that's honestly, going back to when I gave you a flower, but that's when I really started, I was like, yo, this dude, I feel like that's when it stamps what you just said, like calculated. Like
I don't just be trying to everything, bro. I don't be trying to do nothing without putting some thought behind it. Like, from writing to videos to everything, the studio, I don't just be going, be playing around. I'm definitely about that business. We play what we play, but when it's time to handle business, we're gonna do that.
Nah, for sure, bro. Cause I think around that time, that's when and I think it was dope too, because I feel like I saw the Champions release, fire. I don't even know who shot it, was fire.
Sean the Hitman.
Sean the Hitman. I've heard that name, but I don't know him personally, or I can't put a face to that. But I've seen that name though.
Yeah, for sure. You're gonna see a lot of it. Coming this way for sure.
Fire. Yeah. And then even after that, bro, I think, I seen you got picked up for like a tour. It was like a tour I seen it was like, I think Major Dreams tour. Around that time, so that seemed like a lot of kick the year off heavy. Like,
that's what the plan was. To kick it off heavy, you know, so we dropped that at Champions. We had the radio going crazy. And the tour thing came right after that. And that was kind of planned beforehand too, but the rollout basically, that's what it was. But everything came off straight too. So this year was kicked off crazy.
Facts. And then, like I said, shoot, I think from there, let me see my memory gonna rock with me. I think then, man, it might have been, you had a release of with a female singer.
Oh yeah, Thug Passion.
Yeah, was that after Champions? Or
that was after Champions.
Okay, yes. Okay, I'm on the wrong side. Talk about it. Bro, no, that's not that. My dog was stupid, like, quality of the visual. Bro, you can sing, bro. Like,
for sure.
Is that where the sings can come from? Like,
where it come from, being able to do some multiple things. Like, you got some people that can sing strictly, you know, it's R&B. You got some people that can blend the streets. I'm kind of like both sides because I've been through, you know, everything on both ends. So I can sing about whatever, from the streets to the ladies.
How did that record come about? what's the name of Thug Passion?
Yeah, Thug Passion.
How did that come about?
And what's crazy is that feature was supposed to be me and Badass.
The one that's locked?
Yeah, the one that's locked.
Oh, yeah, bro.
He sent that to me, bro. We was trying to do something after the fact. Me and him dropped this joint called Pain. But he sent that to me like, yo, bro, I want to do another feature. So I'm like, all right, let's get it. So he sent it to me. And this just got prolonged because we both was like running so crazy. Yeah. But when I was ready for it, he was kind of like, he was putting his hands on something else. He had like a project or something going on. So we just couldn't get to it. So I hit him like, bro, I'm about to go in and like and push this. Yeah. And just so happy, the girl Monet, she had came to the studio and like was in there when I was recording. And I was like, yo, do some backgrounds on this. Yeah. She did the backgrounds. I sitting in the bag like, yo, what's up? And he was like, bro, the same day Max told me like, man, do what you gonna do. And I'm like, worry. Like, yeah, I'm like, I ain't fuck it. You know what I'm saying, man? Ashley Monet, she did what she did. Yeah. We just got it going, bro.
No, that's fire, bro. And even just off the respect of shout out to bro for being in the world when he was like, nah, bro, it's my beat. Yeah. But that's love. And then shout out to, like I said, that's her name, Monet?
Ashley Monet, yeah.
Ashley Monet, yeah, that was, I bet you probably got her a lot more.
Yeah, we got a couple other joints that we're working on too, though.
Okay, nice.
She on my next joint project I got with Jugavelli.
That's the next project?
That's a side project, so me and bro got a joint, yeah.
Got you. Okay. Before we're gonna get back into the music, man, but if you weren't doing music, what do you think your career path would be like, man?
If I wasn't doing music, really, bro, everything is like based around my kids, man. So like, I be basing like all my business move around them to be able to set them up like long term wise. So like outside of that, so I do detailing, you know what I'm saying, work overnight. And I do carpet cleaning, so I be trying to build that foundation for them, so they ain't got to work nowhere else. So they already got that home thing going. Yeah. But if I wasn't doing music on a personal level, I'd probably be, using what I can do to help the next person who trying to do what I'm doing. Because I did a lot, but I'm still learning. But at the same time, I can help somebody else too, though.
Big facts. No, that's what's up, man. Much respect.
Bring people together.
I'm real big on legacy. That's little man walking back and forth.
Sit down, man.
Sit down. But that's who we do it for, man. And that's much respect.
And bringing people together, bro. That's like something I'm real good at doing.
So I definitely feel like we got similar paths, and I'm glad that we crossed paths and dive a lot deeper because we need more people to, like yourself, being showcased to the world to see that there might be some fathers out there that's stretching like, bro, I don't know what to do next. Yeah. And then it's like maybe you should shift your priority to your kids and things are starting to fall naturally, or don't just think about yourself.
Sure.
But I'm like, this is a question that like, man, I kind of battle this a lot, and I kind of just want to ask like a real life question. But how do you feel about the internet and social media, like versus like reality? Like, are you using it as a tool, or do you kind of just like use it like what's your take on it?
I was outside calling that, man. So like the social media thing, it's not new to me, but I'm still learning it like everybody else is. So yeah, I primarily use it for branding and marketing. That's strictly it. Like whether it's business or music, that's it. Other than that, I just be out there, for the entertainment. But social media cool for what it is. You just gotta take it and run with it. Like I done made a lot of moves and business, and connections based off of that. So I can't say it ain't a good thing to have or be on. Well, yeah, I definitely think. Well, I'm working on getting more into it, just and learning.
Big facts. New music, man. What's the rest of 2022 looking like for Trizzy J, man?
Oh, it's about to get crazy.
Uh-oh.
And look, I already told myself before, and I came out this little 6-month little thing I was in. I'm like, bro, look, the next 6 months we dropping every month. I'm about to going to put together like a collage project of all my unreleased old music from hip hop to singing. I'm going to just drop a bundle kind of collective thing. I'm aside from the singles I'm doing. So like right now what I'm doing is putting out singles like every few weeks to see like what people drifting towards, so testing that crowd. Yeah. And then once I get that vibe like drop it, I'm gonna drop it. Yeah. Everything.
Nah, that's fine. So it sound like a new. You said, you already got some project names? I know you heard when you said Jigga Belly, it's a collab project.
Yeah, that one we got called Weekend Vibes. everybody that heard that joint is like, yo, y'all going to drop that.
Come on,
we just
y'all.
waiting on it.
Yeah.
Me and Trip got something too, you know what I'm saying? A joint project we about to put out. Nothing you be used to. That's a collective too. Like the same thing. People that done heard that is like, yo, I get what you're waiting on.
Yeah.
But you don't want to just put stuff out just to be doing this. It's like kind of trying to think it out beforehand, but not put too much thought into it though, because you'll be sitting on it too long.
Got you.
But yeah, it's about to get crazy though.
I know, man. I'm excited, man. I feel like just, you know, learning more about your sound, kind of learning you more as a person. You know, I be hearing, sometimes I get a beat from a producer or something, and I be like, oh, I hear this person, or I hear that artist on it. So I say all that to say, like, what's it like? How can people get in contact with you? What's that feature price? Or like, what's, not even necessarily just the price, but how can people get in contact with you if they want to work with Trizzy?
Right now, contact me directly through email, you know, social media. I be responding, you know, sort of like opening certain messages depending on like who it is or like, you know, the seriousness of it. But I don't just be trying to do features with anybody based off what they got going on, because I feel like I done invested a lot of time and money into it, so I can't just be going to do something with somebody I don't really see like a point behind it. I guess you could say it got to make sense, basically.
Yeah.
Like feature price, I don't really be charging if I want to work, that's I'm gonna do it. But if the vibe just got to be there, bro.
Pretty fast.
It just got to be there. That's over anything.
You're not forcing it.
Yeah, got to be there.
I respect that, man. Shoot, man, we done touched on a lot, bro. Like I said, I think we touched on NBL.
The brand, you know.
The brand. Come on, y'all, keep it on. You got some? You brought some?
Yeah, I got a shirt too.
Let me see. I see this on my boy. Like, I'm gonna put you on the marketing tip right now, man. So like, all right. I see in the act. Matter of fact, I'm gonna test my skills. I see you got a package.
Yes, sir.
I see a label up there for the size.
Yes, sir.
Folded nice and neat.
Yes, sir.
Man, is that all you? Are you know, did you hire somebody to go out there? Or is you?
It's all the boy, man.
Come. Ooh.
It's all the boy.
Man, you can never go wrong with that black and white.
You know what I'm saying? Love wins.
Yeah, bro, you got all the, bro, we got to drop that.
All positivity, you know what I'm saying? Love wins.
No, I'm gonna definitely have to cop me some. For
it's you.
Oh, that's love right there.
It's you.
I'm gonna definitely send something his way for donations as well. Like, man, you gotta support our people, you know, because if we don't, honestly, before we go out of here, that's when growing up in Raleigh, bro, like, I feel like people be probably looking at me crazy when I'll be like, you know, it's hard to make it out to your hometown, but would you stamp that, or you feel like it's just about who you know and the moves you make? Like, what's your take on that?
That's a hard one. I'm gonna say it's kind of like a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
I can only speak on myself and that's a personal experience. Like, I know a lot of people, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know me, but it's like sometimes you might have to branch out and take your talents or your gifts to another, you know, area of somebody that don't know you, so that way it's easier to like gain more support.
Yeah.
Cause like with business, and this is a primary attempt. Like with business, anything you're doing for making money, most of your support gonna come from strangers, people you don't know, and that's like something that a lot of people gonna learn. It's gonna be hard for them to learn in the beginning, but they're gonna learn over time. So like now, majority of the money I make from the thing that goes towards like, well, from the brand that goes towards my music career is like from strangers, but people that I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people don't say around me directly, they supporting us to do the thing, but predominantly though, it's people that's strangers though.
Very fast.
And the same thing with like my personal business, the same thing.
Same.
Thing. So it's a 50-50 thing.
I agree. I do feel like it is 50-50. You know, I think like initially when I made that statement, it was just like fed up. You feel me? Just like, and then kind of just trying to be that voice for somebody who I like dialogue, bro. Like I like, you feel me, bringing up something and then it's like let's talk, let's break, just like we doing now. Like I'm interested in doing like documentaries. Like I want to do like, you know, I would be willing to assist in something like that because for me, I feel like you got a real life story.
Yeah, facts.
And like, you know, if it's not, I feel like Trizzy's so smart, he might already have it on the way for real.
Hey, look,
documentary.
You know, my boy, look, you see my guy got the camera going, he be having that thing rolling everywhere.
Man, shout out to the son, man. And that's respect too. putting the fam on, like putting family in position to where it's like, you know what, family.
It's hard, bro. Like, what? And then one thing I gotta learn too, this over time is like building a team of people who actually want the same thing you want in life. Like, you can't be holding people's hand all the time, like trying to force them to want what you want. You gotta find people who actually want what you want. And sometimes it's gonna be, outside people rather than family.
You're right.
And you gotta go with that. Like right now, I'm in a space where it took me this long, over all these years, to get a consistent team to understand like what it is I'm trying to do and like respect the ground behind it. So that's what I'm rocking with. I ain't looking to, and put people on to the same things. Once I feel like it's serious and taking it serious, like my connection, your connection.
Real talk. Real, man. And before we go, man, if there was one message you could leave, give to your fans, your supporters as we close out, what would it be?
Trial and tribulation. If you go listen to that, you understand like everybody go through something, but you grow through what you go through. Keep pushing.
Facts.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing. When you feel like you can't do it, keep pushing. You done got up before, get up again. Keep pushing.
Hey, you talking to me, man. I receive that too. And anybody else out there, that was a gem, man. So, hey, man, Trizzy J, I appreciate you coming on for me.
Appreciate you for the invite, man.
Already much more on the way. So keep going. Trials and tribulations out now.
So Fine coming out one of these days in this month. That's for the ladies.
Okay.
We want to show them the versatility.
Yeah, let's get it. Like I said, we are gonna see a lot more work from me and Trizzy. So again, tap in. Where can they follow you at?
On all social media platforms at Trizzy, TRIZZYJAI. This way you can follow my music on all major platforms. That's on Instagram, Apple Music, Facebook, the whole shebang. Look up Trizzy J, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's all up there.
That's a bet, man. Shoot. Bro, keep going.
Appreciate you. Love.